For many, the Ghana music industry is as dilapidated as the wooden structure next to the shacks in the slum area where you wouldn't want to live. But for many, they think it's getting better for the upcoming musicians that are doing their best. But what we stop for a moment and ask ourselves, the upcoming musicians that are coming up, well, what is their fate? What is left with them in the country? Can they get to where these talented musicians are? Well, on this topic on the Campus Show, we are here to interview a young guy who is also trying his best to get into the music industry. And I welcome you to the season 2 of the Campus Show, where we talk to young people in university doing something inspiring. Once again, my name is Andy Opondinchi, the host for the Campus Show. And my guest, as I introduce my guest to you, he goes by the name Myla. He does all kinds of music journals, but mainly features hip-hop and drill. He is currently a student at the Ghana Institute of Journalism, studying communication. Hello, Charles.
Hi,
Charlie, welcome to the Campus Show.
Thank you very much.
Did I mention your name well?
Yeah.
It's Myla.
Yeah, Myla. But there's Yao. So Yao Myla.
Yao Myla, that's the name.
Yeah.
Myla.
Yeah.
Powerful. So Myla, I know you as Charles.
Yeah.
I'm in school with you,
Yeah.
as you all know. So I know you as Charles. We're all doing the same thing. But beyond that, who is even Yao Myla? Just explain yourself in just a few words.
Okay, so Yao Myla is a young black boy here in Ghana from a family of 4. And then, yeah, as she said, I'm also at the Ghana Institute of Journalism studying communication studies. And then, yeah, aside that, I do music too as well. Yeah, so that's something sure.
Okay, powerful. So, Myla, I want to find out from you, when did your love for music start?
I think that was way back in SHS, the second year.
Okay.
Second year in SHS.
Form 2.
Yeah.
That's when it started.
Yeah.
And since it started in Form 2, when do you realize you could rap with confidence?
Okay, so actually, in class, we have something called free period.
Oh yeah, exactly.
That's when no teacher comes in, so students get to do whatever they want to do on their own. So during this time, I have this friend of mine who sits beside me. He used to drum on the decks, and then I used to do some funny singing. So through that, a colleague sitting at my back always listens to me and told me one time that I can really sing, and I asked myself, hey, really, I do this just for fun.
Just for fun.
So how can I? It's like, no, I can do it. When I go home, I should try going to the music studio, trying to record something and all of that. So I took what she said, and when I came home, I started going to the studio and all of that. So bit by bit, as I go to the studio on several times, I started building up my...
Would you say for sure that it is because of the comment the girl made that led you to start music? Would you say for sure?
Okay, I wouldn't say only what she said made me, because I also sat and thought about it twice, and then I realized no, I could do something, because I could sing it, and me myself, I could.
You could know that you are doing something.
Sure, yeah.
So Charles, moving on, I want to find out from you why the passion for music. And I'm asking this basically because you are in Ghana Institute of Journalism, and as you step foot in GIJ, we all know you want to become a journalist, as I want to be a journalist. So why the passion for music, and why are you in GIJ? What does it correlate with that?
Okay, so music, because I feel is a talent.
Okay.
It's a talent I have found, or kind of.
You are nurturing within
Yeah,
you.
you understand. And then journalism, because actually I wanted to do journalism way back before I came to being known. I could do music and all of that. So in journalism too, we have something called music journalism. I don't know if you know about it.
But I don't know inside, but I've heard of it. Music journalism.
Sure. So music journalism actually is about criticizing music, and then going to music, explaining types of music, and then topics about music and all of that. So I think me doing music and then studying journalism too as well, fusing these two together, in a way
you get somewhere.
Sure.
So I want to find out from you, as music or established musicians, have they lived up to task, in the sense that building up proteges? So you could see someone, I don't want to mention name, but the app musicians there, from where you sit as an upcoming artist, what would you say? Are they lifting up young ones? Because fine, I could see a few of them I've trained young ones who are today have also become what they are today.
Yeah.
But what would you say about them in general? Established musicians, are they trying to lift up proteges to become like them?
Okay, so for me, I wouldn't say they are not doing their best. Yes, they are trying their best, some, but I think they could do better because
Okay.
I feel there are young ones there, more of
There's a
them
lot
that do better and can
that
do
are
better.
talented.
Yeah, sure. So I feel they can do more of what they are doing now.
Okay, so if you feel they could do more, what exactly do you want them to do?
So,
Or how do you want them to do it?
okay, so I think they should be organizing these shows or talent shows in areas that will give these young ones platforms to come and perform and showcase their talent. Maybe through this, they could be signed on and maybe a record label which could help them in their music career.
Okay, so on the point on you, or on the point on established musicians signing an upcoming artist on a record label, what is your general perception about the support system we have in Ghana, basically for our upcoming artists?
Okay, about this, I would say I don't really see any support in the view of this signing artists on record label because I feel right now the world is, or right now here in Ghana, I feel it's who you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you could listen to, I'm not trying to
Speak against
you
anybody.
understand, but you see, you could actually listen to someone's music and be like, I myself, I do better than this
Exactly.
guy, but how come he had this platform to be signed on this record label? You understand? So these are some of these things I say. I feel it's not right. You understand?
So on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you place the support system we have in Ghana here for our upcoming youth?
I would say 4
4
or 5. Yeah.
Okay, I will not delve into you giving us 4, but
Yeah.
we'll end it here. So I want to find out from you. I believe you have a mentor. You look up to someone. Who do you look up to, and why do you look up to that particular person?
Okay, so for me, actually, I don't have one particular person
Oh, okay.
I look up to. I look up to all those top artists who has made it up, like they are up there, who has achieved a lot in music. So I don't really have a particular person or musician I look up to, but I look up to all those who have made it in music.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, if you are watching the campus show here with me and Yopon Dinchi on the and Yopon Online TV, and here we are dissecting the support system and the fate the upcoming musicians have here in the country. What do you think it is left with them? Most people are having an enormous talent that you could really break through and make it beyond the borders of Africa. But today, others are doing it and then they are doing it. You can join us on this conversation as well with your thoughts and comments right in the comment section below as we hear your views on the support system this country has for upcoming musicians. So Charles, moving on, I want to find out from you. When we do you see any light in the Ghana music industry? Do you see any light?
Yeah.
Because I'm asking that basically because even the musicians who are in the industry at times when they are being interviewed do complain that this and this, although everything is going smoothly. Do you see any light from when you sit as an upcoming artist that you are yet to enter into this field? Do you see any light in it?
Yes, I would say I see light in the music industry because me myself here, I believe, and then with the mercies and grace of God, I know and I believe strongly that
Okay.
I could do something to push the music industry if given these platforms to perform on some shows and others to push the Ghana industry music.
So the
somewhere.
Ghana music industry that we have here, you feel and think that there will be a time that it will change, it will move from its current state to another state whereby
Yeah.
it will improve upon such maybe an upcoming artist trying to develop people up, not necessarily an individual as in a musician trying to impact into a soul, but this organization as the music industry going beyond whatever they have to do to lift up talent like you doing well and all that. You think there's a light in it?
Yeah, there is a light in it. As we know, culture is dynamic.
Exactly.
Understand? So, we came from Daddy Lumba to now, and then you understand. So as times goes on, there comes a new culture with the world. takes or like
In developing
you
through
understand. You understand. So I'd say yes. There's like because the young ones come and have this great talent and then other cultural aspects of which we or some others don't know. And then I think if we are given these platforms to, I mean, showcase our talent in the music industry, I feel
to move
yes,
from where
yes,
it is now.
yes.
Okay. We are itching towards the end of our interview. I want to find out from you, is there a need for the government or the sitting government to develop the Ghana music industry? And if there is a need for him to do so, what exactly do you want him to do?
Yes, there's a need for the government to, I mean, invest in the music industry. So saying because right now, music actually is a business.
Exactly.
You understand? So investing in music with the right artists who are good could actually bring income, a lot of income into the industry. And then so with this, I think this is enough reason for the president to invest in the music industry.
Okay, you should invest into it.
Yeah.
Whilst explaining, you made mention that music is business.
Yeah.
So I want to find out from you if money has started trooping into that. We
Oh,
can take small money
for
from
me,
you.
for me, not really. So you see, upcoming artists, we actually have challenges with putting our music on these digital platforms, because you would have to pay to gain an account and all of that before. So it is through this that you get this small income.
Okay.
You understand? So yeah, these are some of the challenges.
Okay.
Yeah.
So moving on, one of Ghana's young musician, Yao Tog, tweeted some couple of weeks back about his spiritual life, and then I just want to read the exact quote that he said. What he said was that he said, "I feel like advising the young ones wishing to do music in the near future. Please be strong in the spiritual world too. I got defeated early this year, but I'm back again, and beware of fake friends." So I want to find out this comment Yao Tog tweeting on social media. Definitely he has become a victim of something. We don't know exactly what it is. I want to find out from you as an upcoming artist or musician, what do you make of being spiritual as an upcoming artist?
Okay, so for me, being spiritual actually means your communication with the creator, that is God, should
Okay.
be very close. And then, yeah, because I feel with God everything is possible. And then so far as God is involved, no matter what you put your mind to, yeah, you get there. So being spiritual, I feel is the relationship with God that should be close. You understand?
Okay, so your definition of being spiritual is the communication or connection of
Yeah,
God.
yeah,
So
relation.
is that definition, can that definition be spelled be spelled in you not going to church? Because fine, I can be in my room and be connected to God. So is it also a form of being spiritual? Well, they say God is not only at the church, you can also have God in your
God is
church.
everywhere,
But
so.
pertaining to your definition, do you have going to church in your definition, or maybe you'll be in your room to be able to just worship or
Yeah.
say a word or two to God?
So inclusively, church is in my definition of being spiritual and all of that. Yeah, but it doesn't necessarily mean that every day I go to church or something.
Okay.
Once in a while,
You go
you
to
might
church.
not, something might come
Exactly,
up.
exactly.
Yeah, so
it
yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
It happens. And in his latter part of his tweet, he made mention of fake friends. Just very, in a few seconds, your comment on fake friends. If you have been a victim of a friend or a trusted friend defeating or betraying you, just in a few seconds as we continue.
Okay, yeah. As we grow, yes, we have this kind of friends you believe and then you feel they really like you or something, but it gets to some point where they start acting a particular way or start saying things about you that makes you feel bad internally, but you wouldn't let it show.
Exactly.
So yeah, so all you have to do is just be careful and then watch who you actually say your things to. Yeah.
Okay, so my last two questions, and then we'll bring this interactive show to a close. So, what's your side, or what do you make of some musicians going back to school? That's before you come in. This legendary musician Samini went back to school some few weeks ago. He posted on social media, that's on Instagram page, about him he has a presentation with his group, trying to know how to go and present them. And then just 2 weeks ago, he has been won or taken as the SRC president of a school, that's Gimpa. So you, as an upcoming artist, a lot of the youth have the perception that you necessarily have to become successful by you dropping out of school. So I want to find out from you your correlation between going to school and then doing music. A lot of us think that you have to just drop out of school and then just continue with your music. What do you have to say about that?
For me, I see education as the key to success.
Okay.
You understand? So you could be naturally talented to do music, but it gets to a time like this. Here we are with this interview. Without education, I don't think I could come and sit here and answer the questions fluently.
Exactly.
You understand? So I feel education is very important. So to those other musicians who think education is not vital in their music career or something, they should really change their mind and then consider educating themselves.
So our time is fast spent, but your thoughts on beefing? Just some few seconds. You could see a lot of musicians beefing among each other. What's your thoughts on it?
Yeah, for me, beefing actually is unnecessary for me, because I feel when what I'm supposed to do is just give out my good music, and then with the acceptance of the people, that is it. But also, I won't say those who beef also is something bad. Some is a strategy to promote their music and all of that. So
okay.
yeah.
So Myla, I'm being prompted by my producer that because of time. So I want to find out from you, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Okay, so in the next 5 years, I feel, or I see myself to be somewhere far from where I am right now, somewhere up.
Still doing music,
yeah,
and then still doing your journalism music
sure,
as well. Okay,
sure.
so I just want you to look into the camera and then give your social media handles, whatever, how you stream your music, wherever your music are, and then also you give your last comments, either to advise or to let your people follow you anything.
Sure. So I'm Yao Myla on Instagram, Yao Myla, Snapchat, Yao Myla, on TikTok, Yao Myla. Yeah, and my message to the up and coming young ones, I want you to know there's light at the end of the tunnel. So whatever you do, put your mind to it and do it well, and then just keep your head up and keep moving. And then don't forget to involve God in whatever you do. Yes, the melody is a remedy.
Wow. So as you just heard it, I think you should give us just a few seconds line in one of your music.
Sure. So I did a change mouth for eat. So I had to go out on the street, searching for the moolah to feed family. Many are so call, I'm looking all silly. You for no say, if you cross my lane, I feel to kill it. If you ain't about the cash, don't call me. You're jiggy.
Wow. Charles, thank you so much. So as you have just watched it, one thing that he made mention on in wrapping and closing this episode on the campus show is that he made mention that there is light at the end of the tunnel, and of course there is definitely light at the end of the tunnel. One thing that he also said that struck me was about education. He said if there is no education, he wouldn't be here to doing what he's doing, and it's truly that statement, because you need to put in your best and all that. A big thanks go to my technical and production team led by Omali GH, and a big thumbs up to Charles for making this point. Join us next time on the next episode on the campus show. Thank you very much.